Aloha again. Welcome back. My name is David. These are the Turtle Talks, companion to my book, The Turtle Book, that you can find on Amazon. The last time we chatted, we talked quite a bit about the importance of point of view. And that not only as a being of consciousness might point of view matter more than you might think off the top of your head, but that there are ancient philosophies on earth that already see us as energetic beings of light, and that point of view, sometimes called the assemblage point, is actually the opening through which the rest of the universe, the light and information of the rest of the universe, comes to you and you process it. And so that actual physical construction is a thing that you can actively clean through your own mental practices, through your own dedication to what amounts to observing yourself think, and to begin to really and truly understand the composition, the pollution really that is in your point of view that can really have a dramatically negative impact on the way in which you interpret information. I would not be the first person to say that the definition of a life is not what happens to you, but how you respond to what happens to you. And this whole approach to proper mentality in terms of keeping your point of view as clean as possible is actually the focus of an entire Hawaiian philosophy known as Ho'oponopono. Ho'oponopono is these days used quite commonly in the lands of corporate departmental interactions, because the purpose of Ho'oponopono is to get you to evaluate your assumptions. And if you can leave your assumptions, also known as your crap, if you can leave that stuff at the door before you go to some meeting with some other department head, then you're much more likely to be able to have a successful meeting, right? So if you leave your crap at the door and that other department head has left their crap at the door, when you go, you'll be able to have a very clean encounter. Of course, on a personal level, the practice would be to imagine that every moment of your life, every interaction that you have with a situation or a person is a meeting, and that the essence of keeping your point of view clean is keeping your crap at the door, right? So before you go into any situation, evaluate what your assumptions are and what your attitudes are, and how you can leave that stuff out of any perception. If that stuff gets reinforced through your actual interactions, then you'll be able to observe that and you'll be able to adjust at the moment as it happens. But first and most importantly, don't go into the situation carrying your attitude, right? So Ho'oponopono would not be the only practice that is focused on this. There is an area of Jewish mysticism known as the Kabbalah, and although it's a very large area of study, and I won't go into many aspects of it, there is one part of it that applies to this. The ancient Jewish King Solomon used to have a ritual in which he would try to re-energize himself and refocus his energy, and part of that ritual ended with "Glory and eternity touch my shoulders and guide me in the paths of victory. Mercy and justice be ye the equilibrium and splendor of my life. Understanding and wisdom give unto me the crown." So this is a being who's not looking at himself as rainbow colors, right? He's looking at himself as an unfolding, an expression, like a flowering, like a rose that flowers, in the sunshine, and it just sort of blossoms, that blossoming of a consciousness. And what are the qualities of a consciousness that elevate a person? In fact, Solomon had a concept that angels, who may well be aliens, but for the standpoint of certain types of beings who would not be physical bodies, that the names of angels are titles, not names, and they are titles of the evolution of the consciousness and the conscious state of that angelic being. And so from Solomon's perspective, there was a part of the universe that was definitely clearly defined by his personal construction of his consciousness and the elements that went into, in his case, being a good king. He refers to mercy and justice, right? And we've certainly heard the famous story of how two women claimed to have the same baby, and Solomon's solution was to split the child in half, right? One of the women was fine with that. One of the women was horrified. Therefore, she was the mother, right? Mercy and justice, right? So in his way, he might have seemed harsh, but he completely understood the true nature of people and how that would all manifest itself out. And of course it did. And that was the solution, ultimately to the problem. So understanding yourself and these aspects of yourself helps you definitely to understand the rest of how people are, right? Your communication skills will be greatly enhanced. Your listening skills will be greatly enhanced as you learn to see all of these attitudes and aspects of yourself. In fact, we've touched once or twice on the subject of meditation. We will definitely get back to that in much more detail in future episodes. But one of the definitions that I like best of meditation is the art of listening. It's the art of listening as it applies internally, in that the purpose of meditation in general is to quiet your thinking mind so that basically you can hear other influences, right? In case something other than your thinking mind exists, it gives you the opportunity to get out of that pattern, and then whatever you choose to call that other feedback that you get from your soul or God or the rest of the universe, other consciousnesses, whatever makes you feel comfortable referring to that stuff, it's those ideas that can really help you shift. It's that difference of perspective, that difference of point of view that can really help you move forward quickly. So the art of meditation being the art of listening applies internally as you quiet your mind, but likewise as you quiet all the dialogues that are running through your head all the time, all of your scripts, all of your attitudes, all of your routines. All of that stuff very much greatly enhances your ability to listen to others. So this effort of learning to see yourself, evaluating your point of view, seeing the elements that are actually in your point of view and how they affect how you see things and how you listen to things, will absolutely help you understand people better. And just that is going to help you move in the direction of having a better life. We're going to talk even more about that in future episodes. Have a great day. Aloha.